Okay, welcome to the next Blender tutorial. So today we are doing neon signs, and I'm going to show you how to do text and different text styles as well. Let's go ahead and delete the default cube. Let me get my words out. So let's go to render, switch out Eevee to cycles, and I'm going to go ahead and add text in here. So just go to add at the top, and then we should find text. There we go. Okay, so we have the text right here. We're going to press 7 just so that we can go straight above so that we can see what's going on. What we're going to do, let's go to edit. And what we can do from here is we can go ahead and type in anything that we want really. So, there we go. I typed something in. So once we've got something like this, you can put anything that you'd like. We're going to go to the data at the side, which is the large green A. And we're going to click that, and we can go ahead with geometry. And what we're going to do here, because this is really flat, we're going to extrude this. So you want to go under geometry, and then just go and extrude that right there. So we should have something like this in the end. So now we need a text type that's going to look pretty good with this. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you the text types that I have because it pops out into another box and then it shows you all the text types that it does on Blender. For some reason, my recording software won't show that. Don't ask me why, but it doesn't. It just shows the actual recording of the Blender software. So, to get a different text type, and I implore, please, try different text types. We're going to go to fonts right here. Go to regular, and you want to click on the open font at the side, which is a picture of a folder. So now, I've got my open font on the screen right here, and you can see my mouse moving around, and I actually have hold of the box that I need to use to find the fonts. But unfortunately, you can't see it, which is just bizarre to me. So what I'm going to do is, you've got different ones on here once you access this. Just imagine that my box is there. What you want to find is something that is preferably joined up letters or joined up writing, and you want to find something that has very bold contrasts. So nothing like a paintbrush stroke or anything like that where there's holes in the middle of the actual letters themselves. You want something that's bold, something that's together. A really good example of this is Blackadder ITC regular, which is this one. That's probably one of the best ones I would use for Halloween, but let's try a different one right here. So we have the Alex brush regular. That's probably really good for any sort of neon lighting. I'm probably going to stick with that one, but we also have, let's see, I'm just going to go down the listings, just see if I can pick some more out. You've got Creepy Girl Regular. Creepy Girl Regular is pretty good, but that's more for Halloween. And you also have Dancing Script Regular, which is this one. Which is kind of, it's a lot nicer, but I would say that because of these little loops that are coming through, it's not really material for background lighting due to the fact that it's crossing over itself and there's no light going over the top of the other bit. So, let's go ahead and change this back to Alex Brush Regular, and we'll work with this one for today. We need to rotate this on a 90-degree angle. So let's go 90 right there. I'm just going to press G and bring this up. And then I'm going to add a plane in here. Let's go rotate by 90 again. Just bring that up again. So G to bring up. And I'm going to go ahead and just press S to scale. This will be the wall where we'll see the writing. So when we go to the render option, make sure your render engine is in cycles to begin with, and then we'll go ahead and just render this on the main screen. So you'll see that there's no light at the moment, so we need to make this an emission. So if we take this, we go to the materials tab, we can go new. You want to go for surface right here, Principal BSDF, click that. You should have a drop down menu that appears just like this. For some reason this drop down appears and the other one doesn't. I don't know why. Let's click on to emission. Switch out that Principal BSDF to emission. And now we have this glowing text, and we can go ahead and we can change the colour on this and the textures. So maybe I could have something like this, kind of like a nice cherry red. So we have that in the background. To lower the emission, we're just going to go with strength, and this will lower the emission. And if we go upwards, we can see that the emission is a lot bigger. Now, the more that you add to the strength of the emission, the more this will turn more of a paler shade to what you have, and then you'll have the lighting at the background. I kind of like how that's done, but at the same time, I would kind of want that texture that I originally chose to be on the text. So, yeah, that's a nice little way that you can do neon. Let me just turn this down just a little bit. What I would do, purposely for this, is let's go back onto regular render for a moment, because usually what happens is when you've got something like this where it's an emission, you generally have glass behind it, or you have some sort of border. Now if it's stuck on a wall, you generally have a black border just at the back to kind of pull out some of those tones a little bit. But if it's glass, I guess, like you hang it in the front of a shop or something like that, it would be glass at the back. So yeah, let's go add. Let's go with cube. I'm going to go G, bring this up, and then I'm just going to go ahead, scale it down. G, bring it back, and then S to scale going across. And then just place it on the background just here. Maybe we can scale this down just a little bit. Let's press G. G to go across, and then S just to scale. Alright, so once we've got something like this, we can now see this looks a lot more pronounced compared to the background. We could change the tone on this actually. Let's go to materials and go with black. So if we just go black, you see how that pulls the writing out a little bit more. It's got more contrast. So if I take this one and this one, just to show you as an example, when my computer catches up. Hold on. So I'll take this one and this one. Shift D. Right, I'm going to go ahead and minus the material off this, so it's going to be white. And then we've got a black background right here. So if I just get these into focus right there. Can you see how the top one's a lot more contrasted? You can actually see it better than the bottom one. So this is generally why when you see it in pubs, restaurants, bars and all that kind of stuff, it's a darker background in the back than, say, a lighter one. And also you've got windows as well. Windows, if you've got neon in windows, it's glass at the back so that you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, so that's the tutorial. I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.